Hello, my name is Andrew Wooldridge. I'm a conservation educator with the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. Today we're going to go over how to cast a spin cast reel. So we'll start by making an L shape with our hand, go under, hold it like this. Now we have our thumb ready to hit our button. And so we're going to push our button. You can hear it click. Now when I release my thumb, line's going to come out of the reel and my bait's going to hit the ground. So we don't want that. So we got to hold the button, check our surroundings, make sure there's nobody too close. We don't want to hook anybody or a tree. So we'll bring the rod over our shoulder, still holding our thumb down, we don't want to let go. And now I'm going to go forward with my rod and point where I want my bait to go. And as I go past my head, I want to let go of the button. So it's going to look like this. Once my bait's in the water, take my handle, turn it till I hear it click. Now my reel's engaged and I wait for my bite. So some common casting mistakes you'll end up with is if your bait goes way up in the air and makes an arc. That's because you're letting go of your button too soon, so you might let go right here. Instead of at your ears, you go forward. You always want to make a thumbs up as you go forward. That always works good for me. Now, if your bait hits the water right in front of you or the ground, you're letting go too late. So you just got to get your timing down, take a couple practice casts, go out in your yard and practice, and you'll master it before you know it. The common problem with spin cast reels is they get jammed up. So if you reel too far in, you get too much tension built in the reel and your line won't go out when you hit the button. The way to fix that is you take your drag adjustment, loosen it all the way back up, and then take your hand and pull the line out. And that'll release that tension and make you able to cast again. Now don't forget to set your drag back or you might lose your fish. Another common problem you'll run into is your line will get wrapped up on a screw that's inside the reel. So what you'll have to do is take your cap off. And you can see right there on the top there's a screw. So what'll happen is your line will create a loop when you cast or reel back in, go up underneath this silver cap and get wrapped around that. So what you gotta do is take your hand, hold your reel handle, don't let it turn. Take your other hand and pop this off and unscrew it. And then you'll see this screw right here and you'll have a line wrapped around this. Now what you do is you just pull it off, cut that bad line off, retie, put this back on until it is snug and no longer turns. Don't need to over tighten it. Put your cap back on. And you're ready to get back out there. And that's some common problems and proper casting form with a spin cast reel.